you actually, in the last few press conferences that you actually highlighted the real issues, and that's good. Welcome again to the UDA party. I'll make some very brief introductory remarks. But today, the press will largely be undertaken by Excellency the Chair of the party, who is also the MU Governor. We have an apology from the Chair of the National Elections Board. So those of you who have some currency, you realize that he is bereaved, and we wish him and the family strength and comfort following the demise of his mother, Mr. Antonio Moya. Tomorrow, the party, the governing party, the ruling party, UDA, will again be having an election which aims to be a repeat of phase 2 of the elections we had sometime last year in June. The whole idea of this repeat is to give an opportunity to those that seats were not uncontested and those who did not meet the threshold of what was required for the elections to give it a second go and to allow those who might have been left out of the process also to come and vote. You will realize that UDA has been a very cutting-edge party. It has held free and fair nominations for all electoral processes that we have had, and from those free and fair election processes, the UDA party has been able to produce the best candidates, and most of those who are put in that contest were elected fairly and freely in their respective seats, and we have had very few appeals or contests or very few people appealing the outcomes of this nomination process. Secondly, that's very disruptive for President. Secondly, we wanted to also demonstrate that this party is building its grassroots base. And the chair will highlight to you that after tomorrow, the party will have onboarded, and the repeats that will follow, the party will have onboarded 580,000 grassroots leaders across the country. The party continues to pursue its strategy of strengthening the parties in all parts of the country. And it is part of the democratic processes of party building, to build an institution. An institution then produces for us leaders. Leaders then will have the ideas and the wherewithal to ensure that they progress the party ideals and the party manifesto. And lastly, we'll have these largely in areas that of the coast region, areas of northern Kenya, where 18 counties tomorrow will be electing grassroots leaders across the voting centers. So without much further ado, I also want to recognize this gentleman. Those of you who know him very well, he's the engine behind this party, the secretary, Nicodemus Bore. We also have his assistant, who is the leader of our election program and our ICT infrastructure of the party. He's the deputy executive director of the party, Brian Hingi Bugwa. We also have a few other directors, Director Nathaniel, who has been calling you, is the director of communications. We have Director Sam Wangi, who's the director of logistics. We have Director Rez Gishori, he is the director of membership. We have Director Margaret, who is our director training and women affairs and training. So the rest are party cadres that have decided also to join us.
Everyone, I'm going to take us through our media briefing today on the repeat phase 2 grassroots elections scheduled for Thursday, tomorrow, the 26th of April, 2026. UDA party is scheduled to conduct repeat phase 2 grassroots elections tomorrow, Thursday, 26th April 2026. The elections will take place in the following 18 counties: Kisii, Siaya, Migori, Bungoma, Makueni, Kisumu, Machakos, Kitui, Isiolo, Marsabit, Taita Taveta, Lamu, Tana River, Kilifi, Kwale, Mombasa, and Turkana, while Kajiado County will conduct elections on Saturday, the 25th of
Yes.
25th of April 2026. Registration. Over 450,000 candidates have registered to contest for various 20 positions at the polling centers, ranging from representatives of women, youth, special interest groups, farmers, religious representatives, professionals and MSMEs or traders. Approximately 8 million voters are expected to participate in tomorrow's exercise in over 9,117 polling centers. So far, we have successfully conducted grassroots elections in 25 counties with 235,923 grassroots officials elected. As with previous elections, we will deploy end-to-end technology to manage the process with 9,500 electronic voting tablets already at each polling center as we speak, and the results will be available on a public portal on the UDA website www.uda.ke. The voting will commence at 8:30 a.m. 8 a.m. Let me repeat, the voting will commence at 8 a.m. and close at 5 p.m. In case there are any changes to that timelines, it will be on a case-by-case basis using the structures that are already deployed for the same exercise. The outcome of the exercises will be expected to produce 240 elected grassroots officials with a direct mandate from the people. Thank you very much. Maybe I should urge our members, just like all other grassroots elections, to maintain peace throughout the process, avoid any form of electoral violence. The others that we've done were without major incidences, very few reported, and we are hoping that tomorrow, surely, that will continue in that spirit. The party is going to be a party that believes in democracy and a party that ensures that there is peaceful elections at all times. Thank you very much. Important to report here today that this morning we had a meeting with the Deputy Party Leader, His Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, and 10 candidates for the All Kalau seat. And we wish to report that already 10 candidates have shown interest to run for that seat on a UDA ticket. We had a meeting this morning and we have agreed about ensuring that there will be free and fair party nominations or party primaries at a date to be announced later. But we wish to report that the UDA party will be sponsoring a candidate for the MP for Kalau constituency in Nyandarua County. Thank you.
Questions?
My name is now before the leadership of the two parties, and that there are discussions that will be taking place in due course to look at some of those issues. Of course, in any coalition, there is always pre-election agreements that must be reached out, and there is definitely agreement on how the partnership will go all the way to the general election. Now, that is a matter that has not yet been properly prosecuted before the party structures on both sides. And so in the coming days, you're going to see that this conversation is going to take shape, and there will be a lot of cross-party conversations around it, and the same will be communicated once clear decisions are made on the same issues. Whatever issues that are emerging in the coalition will definitely be looked at, and we'll come back to you with the final and official position on it. For now, we treat whatever accusations that are there as people coming up with their own positions, but the two parties will definitely have to come up with a decision either way, and that will be communicated in due course.
My name is Omaba from West TV. I had a similar question, but I have an additional as you are doing the elections for the 18 counties, they are coming at a time when IEBC is also doing voter registration that is to end in a week's time. And we had an issue of IEBC. Even the chairman of IEBC raised the same issue. As a ruling party, maybe what is your take? There are places where they are saying IDs are not being given to the youths who are supposed to be registered as voters.
I think that's a matter that would concern all political players at the moment, including the UDA party. And so we will be engaging the national government to ensure that IDs that are already issued are made available to the young people. But may I also say that we have very many IDs lying in registrar of persons offices across the country that have not yet been collected. So even as we insist on other young people to be registered, we also want to urge those that are already registered and IDs are lying idle in the offices, that they should collect them. And I'm aware that there's effort through GAO, through the assistant chiefs, the chiefs' offices, to ensure that they get these IDs to the people who are supposed to have those IDs. But we definitely are going to push for faster and more efficient registration of young persons so that they can be able to be eligible for registration as voters. Thank you.
Juliet Omelo from UTN. Members of the ODM party have expressed their discomfort with the SG's position holding that position as the SG, and they are demanding for the rejection. From where you sit, do you think that ODM has a right to make such demand?
Well, I'm not aware of any such demand because we have not received any official communication from the ODM party. But when that communication gets to our desk, we shall respond appropriately. For now, we have an SG who is deeply rooted in his position as the SG of the UDA party. And that position has not changed as far as I know. So we wait for official communication. They know we have a system of communicating with each other. So when that happens, we'll be able to get back to them. Thank you.